The DP World ILT20 had its first ever super over last night, and what a thriller it was in Dubai. Dan Lawrence, who had starred in the run chase, then hit a towering 6 over long on in the super over as the Desert Vipers scored 13 runs, which proved to be an unlucky total for the Golf Giants as Naseem Shah held his nerve to leave the Vipers static on the top of the table. They don't have too much time to bask in their glory though, because they now have to go again. This time against a My Emirates team who notched their first win in the Sharjah Sun on Sunday. Romario Shepherd was the hero for the boys in blue, his 31 not out of 10 ensuring a competitive target. Even so, the Warriors appeared to have the chase well in hand, but Afghani spinner AM Gazunfa's double wicket made and changed the complexion of the game. And that man, Romario Shepherd, finished it off with a superb final over. The Zayed Cricket Stadium in Abu Dhabi is all set to host its first game of the season, and who would bet against the encounter also going down to the wire. It is match 9 of the DP World ILT20. Season 4 is in full swing, and tonight it's My Emirates taking on the Desert Vipers. So the Vipers must be feeling pretty good after last night. They're top of the table, 3 wins from 3. My Emirates, of course, notching up their first just the other day, and they sit in 5th spot. Welcome back to Abu Dhabi. It is so good to be back. What we're going to do right now on this beautiful evening is head out to the middle with Darren Ganga and the 2 captains for the all-important toss.
Getting set for the first of 11 tosses to be hosted right here in Abu Dhabi. And of course, it's match number 9 of the DP World ILT20 Season 4. I'm quite familiar with this big unit alongside me. Karen Pollard, captain of My Emirates, and good to see Lucky Ferguson, captain of the Desert Vipers. Roshan Mahanama, our match referee, will play a supervisory role. Polly, home captain. Call is made, and we await the verdict. So tails, Karen Pollard, another win. Tell me what are you going to do and tell me why.
I'm going to bowl first. Again, first match, down here. Yes, we have been here, the last couple of weeks for the Abu Dhabi T10, but it got some days to freshen up. So let's see what it has to offer.
Your last game, it was a tense finish. You crossed the line. What would you like to copy-paste from that experience for a win tonight?
I'll copy-paste the W to get a win, so everything else, becomes relevant. But, having said that, there's always room for improvement in everything that we do. So, we had a chat about different areas that we think that we can improve. And now we get an opportunity to bowl first. So that's the opportunity to put that first thing sort of right from what we would have, sort of faltered a little bit in the last game.
It was quite cerebral, the changes that you made in the last game, a lot of matchups there. Have you made changes for this one, match number 9?
Yeah, of course. As I said previously, it's going to be horses for courses. Guys would have performed. So, for instance, Naveen did well for us in the last game, but he misses out. Chris Wokes, comes back into 11. Rashid, wasn't available, and he comes back into 11. So that's the 2 changes we'd have made.
Are you acclimating to your additional role as captain? You didn't lead the team last season, now leading the team. How are you enjoying it?
No, it's always good. I've always said, Nicholas, we have done that transition in terms of him being the captain of this team. I'm basically, because I'm going to be here for the entire thing, I've assumed the leadership position because you just want to have one voice all the way through. But he still becomes a very, very integral part in the time that he's going to be here, because he's going to leave to go to South Africa. So, again, it's always good for me. I'm on both sides. I'm playing, I'm coaching. But, it's good to always share the experience, the guys within the team, and, hopefully it's going to be beneficial to them.
Have fun. Good luck tonight. I'll ask Lucky to jump in here. Lucky, first up, tell me why you missed your first 3 matches and how much credit you want to give to Sam Curran for producing 3 wins.
Yeah, I should have got him here for the toss, really. Coming back from a hamstring injury, nice to be back. Obviously, nice being back with the Vipers again this year. A great start from the boys, obviously a long way to go. So looking forward to getting underway for my tournament today.
Tell me about your changes for this match 9.
I'm coming in for Naseem today.
Naseem missing out, is that workload management? Because he was brilliant in the last game in that super over too.
Yeah, tough. The great thing about Naseem is he wants to play, he wants to bowl at the tough moments, and it's fantastic to see the work he's put in come out last night and win the game for us. So, yeah, tough one, obviously, as you said. The workload around back-to-back games is not easy. So it's important to look after our stable. Looking forward to the back end of the tournament.
Welcome back to you. All the very best, and have a good game. Well, news from the middle. My Emirates, Karen Pollard won the toss, and he'll opt to bowl first.
Now, because another captain decided to bowl first, that means of all the ILT T20 games that have been played here, there's been now 33 of them. There's only been one where the team decided to bat first at the start of the game. So the rest are all been chasing once they've been winning the toss. Right, I just want to tell you a bit about the dimensions here because it's a little bit of a bigger ground, of course. If I'm batting from the pavilion end and I go downtown, it's quite a way. It's 77 metres down ground. If I'm going towards the east, it's a little bit further than the west. So it's a little bit more of a bias to the east than the west. Not much, but it's high 70s and 70s. High 60s and 70s, I should say. And the average score batting here first is 188. So there's just a bit of information for you from Season 3. Simon Dawes alongside me. More information about Season 3. Simon, the seamers have done most of the damage here. In Season 3, 85% of the wickets were taken by the seamers, spinners not playing a huge role. Do you think that'll be the same here as well?
I think it'll be similar. What I do love about this ground is the dimensions you just mentioned, and that brings the spinners into the game, particularly heading into that longer side out towards the east tonight, you know, as you said, 70 odd metres. So the spinners will come into the game, certainly, but this doesn't look like it'll assist the spinners much at all, nor the seamers for that matter. It will come on really nicely though. It's got a lovely covering of grass on it. Rakesh Kumar and his men do a magnificent job here. Outfield is simply stunning. I think it'll just kiss through really nicely. There'll be a little bit of seam movement with that new ball, which we see most of the time anyway. So you get through that first 3, 4, 5 overs and you can make hay. Throughout the T10, which we had here recently, scores of 120, 130, a couple of 140s were scored in just 10 overs. So the 200 is on the cards if you bat well. And we didn't see a whole heap of dew. It was a little bit later in the evening, but we didn't see too much. So batting second, yes, a slight advantage, but not as much if you put good runs on the board.
And just quickly, the pace-wise, what do you think?
Yeah, I think really good pace.
Okay.
Medium fast, I think. Not out and out quick, medium fast, but a good wicket to bat on.
Right, I'm with Simon. I think the track looks really good. We are set for a very good game today. This will be a beauty to watch.
It absolutely will. We're not far away from first ball here in Abu Dhabi. It is great to be back. Rohan Gavaskar and Wasim Akram alongside me here. And Was, how does a team like the Desert Vipers, 3 from 3, after a great super over victory last night, they get home, they've had a cup of tea and a lie down, and now they're back into it. How do you get up for another game today?
As a professional, you got to get up, but it's tough. People think T20 format is easy, but it's not. It's very fast-paced. Everybody's involved, every ball, and then the super over, I believe, took about 40-odd minutes last night. So probably they reached in the hotel by 12 o'clock, and you can't go to sleep straight away. It takes you a couple of hours to wind down, and then you sleep. Of course, they had the whole day today, but it is tough for fast bowlers, and hence there might be a couple of changes in their squad.
Yeah, since 2019, I've barely slept a wink in that super over. Don't worry about that. So, no, super overs are not for the faint-hearted, but they're here. They're against my Emirates, who got themselves, not a super over, but they got themselves a victory in the final over of the game the other night in Sharjah. And the captain, Kyron Pollard, said horses for courses when it comes to picking the team at the moment. And we heard from their coach all about that. What was your takeaway from it?
Well, I think we saw that in that game in Sharjah as well. They got in a couple of players because of the Sharjah conditions. Zahoor, who bowls well at the death, they wanted him to come in and be part of that 11 in Sharjah. Navinul Haq, they got in that Sharjah game because the opening pair of Fazlul Farooqi and Navinul Haq have a really good record against the Sharjah opener, Tom Collor-Cadmore. Over here, they've got Chris Wokes in now because of the conditions. There will be, as Dooley and Hazy said, there will be a little bit of swing. Pacers have done well. So they said, listen, you know what, we'll get Wokesy in. They're a team that say, like you said, horses for courses. They will assess the situation, assess what's going on that pitch and pick a suitable 11.
And I think that's how the cricket has evolved. When we played, consistency was the name of the game, same playing 11, same playing 11. But nowadays, tournaments like this, top tournaments like ILT20, you have 10 games to play, and then if you qualify, another 3 games to play. So horses for courses is, I think, need of the hour in this day and age of cricket.
Absolutely. Let's have a look at the teams here. So we'll start with the Vipers, who we'll see with bat in hand first of all. And what do you make of this team, Wes?
I mean, Fakhar Zaman, Andis Ghaus is there, Max Holden, Sam Curran, Dan Lawrence, who played really well. Hetmeyer also played brilliantly. Hassan Nawaz is a big hitter from Pakistan. Of course, Arvind Ferguson getting his first game and obviously captaining the side. Khuzaima Tanveer hit some very important runs last night, and Noor Ahmed is the man as well. Looks a good side. Naseem Shah obviously taking a rest.
Ro, talk us through the horses that are playing for my Emirates tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, they've got an absolute purebred in Rashid Khan playing. One of the best bowlers in this format of the game. He's back into the 11. Shakibul Hasan goes out, but if you have a look at the side, Mohammad Wasim, Pooran, Banton, Pollard, very strong batting lineup. Then the all-round capabilities of Romario Shepherd. Looks like a really strong unit out there.
Two strong units getting ready to do battle tonight. DP World ILT20, some real superstars. Let's find out about one, Noor Ahmed.
You gotta get into the groove.
Jesus, gooder. And he makes life very, very difficult. A young star, albeit he's been around for quite a long time already. Very difficult to pick. Great energy on the ball, wicket taker.
I want to take every battle wicket, you know, for the team, to win the game especially. I'll just go for it.
Baffled! The mystery of Noor Ahmed, the accuracy from the wrist spinner.
The speed is something natural. I was bowling from start of my cricket fast, and you know, adding varieties and working to be accurate with it. That is something that I developed with the time. You have to not give the time to the batsman to hit you, and I think the best thing for that is to get some pace in your ball, and yeah, it's a good advantage for me. Before going to the game, you know, I need to accept that I'm gonna have bad day in cricket. Of course, if I have 3-4 good days and if I have 1 or 2 bad days, that's okay for me, no problem. I'll try to come back as soon as I can, and I think that's something which gives me more stability in the field. For myself, I set very simple goal for me, just to get better each and every day. Yeah, that's the goal, simple as it is. Everywhere I go, I meet with different players, senior players, and you know, you learn from them, you share the dressing room with them, and especially when you play games, sometimes you do good, sometimes you do bad, but you keep learning from good and bad both, and I think that's how we get better.
The Vipers, of course, with bat in hand first here in Abu Dhabi. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to look a little more in depth at these two teams getting ready to do battle. Welcome back to Abu Dhabi for the first time in this DP World ILT20. And I tell you what, we're in for a big one here. My Emirates have won the toss. They are going to bowl first against the Desert Vipers. Now, of course, our first time having an auction, the most expensive player. We're yet to see him in action, but let's see how he goes in this or that.
Andre Fletcher, welcome to This or That. Marhaba.
I don't know what that means.
I thought you knew Arabic. That means welcome.
Oh my word. I know little Arabic.
Weights or treadmill?
Weights, for sure.
Calling or messaging?
Boy, I will go with calling.
Rice or roti?
Rice. I love my rice.
Tendulkar or Lara?
Oh, but that's a tight one. Maybe I don't have a choice. Sorry, but I'll have to be biased. I'll go with Lara.
Cake or ice cream?
100%. Well, I should say 200%. Ice cream. In World Cup 2016, I could recall something bad. So youths don't do it, but I could recall eating at least 10 scoops of ice cream per day.
Sing or dance?
Both of them. I believe I can dance, and I believe I can sing. But please don't ask.
And sing us a song.
See, I just said don't ask.
Money or love?
Love. You can have everything in the world. You can do anything you want, but once you don't have love, I believe you're nothing.
Win a World Cup trophy or go on a second honeymoon?
Wow, halas. Halas.
What a flex, can sing, can dance. Not bad, not bad at all.
He looked quite worried there.
he was going to have to sing.
I know. Sing, dance, he's okay with. But other question, he was all over the place. They weren't that difficult.
No, they weren't, but he did get the giggles midway through them.
Yeah, I did.
I want to talk about one of his mates from the West Indies who did such a great job the other night for my Emirates, and in fact, with both bat and ball, got his team across the line, I think. And you were there, Ro. What did you make of Romario Shepherd and his performance?
I thought it was exceptional for him to get those runs at the back end of the innings when my Emirates were batting some big sixes. They were struggling. I think the runs that they got, they were still about 20 short on that pitch. But when you have a look at the sixes that he hit and the boundaries that he hit, the strike rate that he had in that innings, it's really what gave them a little bit of hope when it came to defending a score. Because sometimes as a fielding unit, you think, okay, listen, have we got enough on the board? We may not have enough to win the game, but we've got something to be competitive with. I think that score there on that day was competitive.
And he held his nerve, and that's really at the end of the day what it's all about. And the Vipers held their nerve to get the win last night in the Super Over. When you look at that, the performances of Dan Lawrence, how do you hold your nerve? How is it not until you get into those situations that you know you can do it?
I think experience also matters. These guys are in playing leagues all over the world, so they go through this pressure all the time, and they know when the runs are required, and they're proper batters. They're not sloggers, they're not pinch hitters. They bat, and they got every shot in their armory. They played they're good players, and like I said, they play all over the world on different pitches, different conditions, and he got runs sometimes. Sam Curran got runs. Desert Vipers, almost everybody chipped in their yesterday's innings as well. So I think that's very important for a team. They don't rely on one or two players. Everybody's trying to win the game for their team.
And we've seen a bit of holding a nerve with the bat there. What about holding a nerve with the ball, which Romario Shepherd did in the 20th over against the Sharjah Warriors to get the win? How do you hold your nerve in that situation, Ro, with the ball in hand? Because it's a bit different.
Wait, hold on. Are you asking me?
I have. I realise the error of my ways. I realise the error of my ways.
Hold on. I mean, you're asking me.
How do you hold your nerve with the ball in hand? How do you change that up?
Again, you know the drill as a bowler. If you have a bit of experience, you know what you want to do. If you want to bowl Yorkers, you'll come in, you aim the Yorkers, and with the practice, with experience, you'll be hitting the spot every time, and like he did. Look at the lengths he's bowled at, 63% was right up there. And I think that was a kind of a secret of his success, that he bowls full and he bowls with some pace and consistent. You got to practice Yorkers, otherwise you can't just come into the game and think that you can bowl Yorkers. It won't be possible. So these guys practice this day in and day out.
Which say, oh, it's great to see it pull it off when they need to. And I was going to ask you about Yorkers, but Ro, I won't. Who's going to win?
I'm going to go with my Emirates.
My Emirates. Yes. They've had a bit of rest. What about you, Wes?
Look, it's a very difficult question. I like Romario Shepherd here. My Emirates.
Everyone's going for my Emirates. Does that mean I have to go for the Vipers? It's a Kiwi leading the charge, so maybe I will. We're going to take a short break here from Abu Dhabi, and when we come back, we're getting ready for first ball. My Emirates have won the toss. They're going to bowl first.